want the hunters with the blues in them. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
And off we go from Denver. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jackson on first down. Over the middle here to Brown. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
It's now 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Ravens.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to us. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
4 brings up 3rd and 6.
Play action. Now it's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. He's checking. Crabs. He's crashing. He's checking crabs.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Watch twins. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Now it's a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
At the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Locke taking the snap at 1. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Justin Matabike. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
Check 50. Let's 57's right. Watch QB drop. 57 outside. 57.
Throwing now is Locke. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th.
Brandon McManus on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens nothing.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Jackson from the shotgun. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off near the 32. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd down.
48
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Brings up 4th and 1.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Tackled by Derek Wolfe. Remember, he used to be on the other sideline with Denver.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
48 to Mike. Get him.
On 2nd and 7, Locke stepping up. He'll try and run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Locke going for it all. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
27-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe he'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They fake the handoff, now lock. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
At the 30-yard line.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Locked to throw for it on 4th. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up there. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 28-yard line.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Operating from the gun, Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
4th down, here's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football, and open up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
What's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. H3, 2, 18.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, it's Locke. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And they'll get this down to the 10. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Well, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Third and goal, Jackson. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own 15-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Block off a play action. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, 84 yards, and the Broncos will extend their lead.
Brandon McManus lining up.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
Tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Eluding the pressure right. But I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
And the Raven first
from the gun. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Again, Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
15.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go
through an opening, and there he goes.
Oh, it don't matter.
All the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up second.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
First down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
A gain of 50.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Down just shy of the goal line. A pickup of 2.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Is good. Makes the score Broncos 32, Ravens 22. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.